Hi everyone, it's Kathy with Kathy's Stampin' World, and it is time for another Friday Fun Fold. And believe it or not, I am filming during the day. It is not Friday evening, so I'm so happy to be here and to share this great fun fold with you. It is called a shutter fold, and it is so simple yet so impactful. You're going to love it. I really think you are. So before I get going on that, just a reminder, if you would like to receive the directions for all my fun folds delivered to your inbox each week following the fold that I do on Friday, you can receive it in my newsletter. Just to subscribe to my newsletter by going to the tinyurl.com/Kathy's Stampin' World. That's the only way I send out the fun fold directions. Okay, that's it. Let's get to stamping. This one's going to be quick today. All righty. So I am using one of the newer online exclusives. It's called One More Year. One More Year. Check out this cute little stamp. Anything that, can poke fun at a birthday, I like. So we're going to be using this adorable set. We are also going to be using my wonky circles again, the Around It All, just the dies I'm going to be using today. And then we're going to be using the Full of Life Designer Series paper, which, you can use for so many things. It's just, I love the bright colors. So I'm always going to this one when I want to have a fun card. Okay. So I think the first thing I want to do is go ahead and get my Stampin' out of the way, and then we'll get right to the fold, because there's not much to this. So we are going to stamp our cute little puppy. Yes, we are. He is adorable, right? And then all we're going to do is we're going to come in with our blends, add some color. And you guys know me, I don't like to color in front of you. So until you guys tell me otherwise, here it is, all colored, ready to go. Okay, the other thing we're going to do to stamp is we are going to stamp your how old in dog years you'd be. And this one we are going to stamp in blueberry bushel. So make sure I get that good and inked up. I'm going to stamp it right here. Okay. And then we're just going to trim this off like that. So that one is ready to go. So I've got all my parts. And then the inside of my card is going to have the at least you're not as old as you'll be next year, right? So, you're how old in dog years? In dog years you'd be, well, at least not as old as you'll be next year. So we're going to put that on the inside. And then what I really like about this stamp set is they give us this little stamp right here. And that can just kind of finish off for us. So I'm going to come in with some pumpkin pie. And we're just going to add that just underneath here, just to give it a little bit more interest inside our card. All right, now we are done with all of the stamping, and we are going to do our fold part. Okay, get ready because this is simple. You're going to love it. Okay, so I have one sheet of 6x6 DSP. We are going to bring up our cutter. Now, I am going to score this at 1 1/4 all the way around. Now, the one thing with the DSP and this, be very careful that you don't press too hard on your scoring. And you are going to overlap, and that's okay, all the way up. 1 1/4, rotate it, and we're just going to do that on all 4 sides. Okay? Nothing hard yet, right? Nothing hard at all. All right. There we go. Now I am going to go ahead and fold on the lines. And I want these to show, so that's why I'm folding that upward. I'm not going to get rid of my cutter just yet because we are going to have to do some cutting. I'm going to cut out the squares. I think I can see them better on this side, so I'll come in here. I don't love cutting on score lines, but if I have to, I will. I guess you could come in with your cutter if you wanted to, but that seems awfully hard. All right. And then I'm just going to put those squares aside. By the way, I should mention this came from a downline of mine. This is why we have downline, so we can have support and ideas from each other. My downline got together for a shoebox swap this past week, and she shared this idea, and I said, can I share that? And she, of course, everybody's so willing to share. So Ornetta, thank you. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to cut from the corner up to that corner, and I am going to place it right. I'm hoping you can see what I'm doing here. And whatever I do, I'm going to keep going in the same direction all the way around. All right. I want to make sure I don't cut the other paper. So, okay, there's one. Then we're going to do it again, same way, all the way around. Oh, please don't mess this up. There we go. Okay. And then here, it just gets so close there at the bottom that it looks like you're going to cut it, but you're not. All right. And then one more. Right there. Okay. Now, can you see what I have? We are going to put a glue dot on the top because we're going to lay these on top of each other. So all I'm going to do just to help this stay together, you wouldn't have to, I don't think, but I think it's a good idea just to add a glue dot to the top here as we go along. Oh, where are we at? All right, let's do 3 of them first. So 1, 2, 3, and now this one's going to tuck under as well. So we are going to put one on the very last one. And check this out, folks. Look at that great fold. Not with that. There we go. Look at that. Yeah? Okay. Now let's finish the card. Now I am making a little bit smaller card today. So I have cut it down to 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. But who says you have to have, a standard size card every time? I don't know who says that, but I don't. So I like to do fun things with the envelopes then. When I have smaller cards, I cut them off and make little bags out of them or something. Okay. So we have that. Now we have a big decision. Do we open this way? Do we open this way? I think we'll open to the side. Let's go ahead and put our inside in. Oops. Okay. Now, I think we're going to go wonkily. I have been using that word a lot. It's those circles' fault. All right. Remember, if you're listening from somewhere, I'd love to know where you're listening from, especially if you're new to my channel. I always like to know who is new to my channel. So, okay. Now, we've got that turned, and I want to bring in our cute little dog. We are going to tuck him right inside there. Okay. And there we go. Oh my gosh. I love this card. And I actually know who is going to. Okay. Now, all I need are some dimensionals. And because that thing is up kind of high, I'm going to put 2 on one end, and then I'm just going to attach it to the other because it'll stick right there. And so we're going to go here. And look at this. You're how old? And then we open it up, and we've got, at least you're not as old as you'll be next year. So what do you think? Do you like that? I love that fold. So, yeah. Remember, if you'd like the dimensions and all that good stuff, all you got to do is subscribe to that newsletter. Until next week, happy stamping. Have a great weekend. Bye, everybody.